purpose, and your purpose is not a female. We build men here. Let me get called from area code 937. You're on live with the business. What's your name? Where are you calling from?
Name is Charles, man, in Columbus, Ohio.
Charles in Columbus. What's on your mind?
First thing, I'm kind of new to the whole business YouTube channel, but I'm loving it. I've watched 10 of your videos now, and it's good stuff, man. But I got to take issue with something you said tonight. You said something about, men paying for women for sex or whatever it is. Now, I've done that most of my life, and I'll say it's the best I can do. Being blunt.
Okay.
I'm not attractive. I don't make a lot of money. So I know there's other men on the line who feel the same way. So I think it's unfair to say
if they do
that.
If they do, they're wrong. Because here's the problem, Charles. Would you ever want? Let me ask you a question. How much do you make a year, Charles?
About 34.
Okay. So the first problem is what, Charles?
Well, we could say money, but it's other.
No. No, it's not money. Okay. Remember what I taught you all. There's a reason why the world right now, you all are being so egregiously misinformed because you're listening to internet fraudsters that YouTube and other platforms keep promoting because they love confusion, because black men who actually have the right ideas will become dangerous. So keeping you confused. And by the way, check who these people keep company with. By the way, check who they keep company with. Yeah, some of your rap stars. In any case, no, remember what I taught you. I have a unified ideology. It's consistent. And what I taught you is that don't chase money because money is a side effect. Well, guess what? Poverty is a side effect too. The presence of money or the lack of it is a side effect. A side effect of what? Of pursuing excellence or failing to pursue excellence. So what you're lacking is a purpose, my friend. You don't have any drive. You don't have drive. You don't have ambition. So, sir, what you said is, well, hey, if you're a loser and you are just defeated, then why don't you go buy some sex? Okay, here's the problem. I could never endorse that because I don't want men to adopt the attitude of being a loser and being defeated. I don't want them to adopt that. So I'm not here to tell fellas how to be defeated. They can figure that out on their own. Being defeated takes no effort, which is why you get defeated. Just don't try. I can't help you to not try.
Well, no, but see, here's the deal. Okay, you can't. You can't tell somebody who's unattractive, don't do this. That's the best he can do. Hell, what did Biggie Smalls say? I'm black and ugly as ever. He knew he was ugly.
Okay, but just like Jay-Z, okay, but sir, okay, he said he was black and ugly, but take a look at who he was rolling with, sir. So you're just going to say half the story? You're not going to say the other half? You're going to try that dishonesty? You're going to try that dishonesty? You're going to try that dishonesty? Really? Jay-Z, my money make me handsome.
Yeah, but there's no entitlement to it.
Okay, yeah, you're going to just leave out the whole thing right there so that you can try to justify what you're saying. Sir, accomplishment is what attracts a female. They say that females are attracted to power. What they really mean is that females are attracted to accomplishment. They're attracted to a man who is able to find a purpose, stick to it, get on it, and make results out of it. That is what a female is attracted to. How the man, quote unquote, looks. Let's just be very, very clear. Females, you got a bunch of females out there who are straight up 10s, and there were guys who are not. You know why? Because he's focused on being excellent at what he does. The truth of the matter is that females are not interested in a man who is competing with them over who can be the cutest. Females actually don't want a guy who's competing with them to be a fashion plate. They're not competing for the guy who's trying to be the cutest. Because women understand, hell, I can get cute anywhere. Productive? Oh, that's different. I can't get productive just anywhere. Productive is special.
Yeah, but productive. I agree, but productive is also subjective. Also,
No, it's not.
you
Okay, that's not true.
because you said another video. I'm sorry, I'm gonna cut you. I was gonna say in another video you said, well, if you make $40K a year, that's poverty. I'm like, how? As a single person with $40K and no children,
Yes, sir.
that's not poverty, really.
Yes, sir. That's poverty. It sure is. Yes, it is. How do you figure that's not poverty? What is your personal custom definition of poverty that has no bearing on the rest of society or the English language? What's your definition of poverty then?
Poverty to me is like in the projects. That's poverty.
So only the people living in the housing projects are in poverty.
No. Because
That was what
people
you
in the
just
suburbs-
said. That was okay. Then you need to work on your definition now, because you just said that. Now he's backtracking already. All right, let's give him another. Let's give him another swing at the bat.
No, you asked me my opinion on what poverty is.
I sure did.
You gave
your answer. You said people in the projects. Now
right,
he wants to expand his. Now he wants to expand his answer.
I'm sorry. I didn't mean to cut you off. What did you say? I'm sorry.
Now he wants to expand his answer. Yes, sir. You didn't think this over.
No, I wasn't finished. I wasn't finished speaking.
You were finished. You were finished. You just didn't think this through very thoroughly. That's all.
I'm fully aware there are people in other areas that are poor. I'm just saying, in my mind, what I see, what I'm accustomed to, who I know, who I've seen, they're hurting the worst. It may not be true. I'm just my experience.
Okay.
I know there are poor people struggling in the suburbs.
Let's try
that thing a house note. I know that.
Okay. Let's try this a different way. Poverty is a measurement of your ability. Poverty is like middle class. For those of you who don't know where these economic terms come from, poverty is like middle class. The whole concept behind quote unquote middle class is that middle class serves as a springboard to get to the upper class. And there's a reason why they used to call it underclass. Now they call it working class or poverty. There's a reason why we make that distinction, because those people will not be able to leave where they are. Where they're at is like they're in a caste system. And for the most part, where they're at is where they'll die. Because mathematically speaking, they're not going to be able to escape that. So poverty is a distinction. It's not some custom definition that you can apply to it whatever you want to. Well, those people in the housing projects are in poverty. Well, those people in that situation, no, sir. No, it's not. It is, do you have upward mobility? Can you create a better life for your children than you have for yourself? And when you are impoverished, the answer universally is no. Every day looks the same. Now, for you making $30-something thousand a year, and every day looks the same for you. Tomorrow will be no different. Every day looks exactly the same. And if you are with somebody and every day looks exactly the same as the last one, then they don't have very much incentive to stay with you. Because as a man, biologically speaking, there's supposed to be a prerogative that you don't do that. That you are always leading, that you're the leader of the family. A leader is supposed, by definition, to be taking people somewhere. And a female who gets with you isn't going anywhere. You know why? Because he's sitting up here. Did you all hear what he said? First thing he said was, I'm unattractive. As if that matters. As if that's an excuse.
It does matter.
No, sir. How you look, first of all, that's subjective. Productivity is not subjective. What you just said, that's subjective. Attractiveness is subjective. You know what isn't subjective? The rent. Now that's not subjective. And when the rent is due, the person who knows how to pay it is the most handsome dude in the room. Because a woman can respect productivity. As a man, see, here's the reason why mama's boys will never be desired. Because as a man, your biological prerogative is supposed to be results. You're supposed to be a problem solver. That is how we measure male competence. When you're presented with a problem, how well do you face and address and resolve the problem? Whether it is a plumbing issue, a car issue, a financial issue, the family expects that you, as the leader, have the answers. And all you sat here this entire time and said, well, I'm not attractive. Okay, that's not an excuse for not having answers. How you look has no bearing on how well you pass the test. None.
Well, yeah, but I mentioned the whole thing about being unattractive, about the whole prostitution thing.
Okay, but the reason you have to go for prostitutes, brother, is because your self-esteem is so damn low. So yeah, you would have to pay a female to hang around low self-esteem like this. Now, if you ever fix that issue, the females will come looking for you. But as it stands right now, this sad sack routine you got going, yeah, brother, ain't nobody gonna hang out with that for any real length of time. Nobody's gonna hang out with that. So yeah, you're giving them plenty of incentive to leave you alone. You sure are. No female is going to voluntarily spend time with this. And what you don't want to accept is your failure to perform is the reason they don't want to spend time with this. Now, you need to focus on fixing that instead of blaming it on, well, it's just fate. Something I have no control over, my looks. That's the reason I'm only making $36,000 a year because of my looks. No, sir. Your looks are not the reason you're underachieving.
That's true. I agree with that.
And it's no excuse either. But the reason you're underachieving is because, as I said at the very beginning, well, the reason the guy buys sex is because he's defeated. And it doesn't matter what kind of frauds you see on the internet. When you got some dude sitting up here telling you about buying it, he's giving you all a sneak peek of the inside of his psyche. He might pretend to be one thing in front of the world, but take a look at what he's doing. When a man throws down cold hard cash for a female, when it's absolutely unnecessary, what he's telling you is, I'm defeated. I'm defeated. Right now,
I mean, it's your opinion.
No, that's not an opinion. Now, let's be very, very clear. That's not subjective either. When a person,
but you can't just say
when you buy something that you can get for free, that's pleading. What you're saying is that nobody will choose to do this in a world where people choose to do it all the damn time. Hell, they're doing it behind dance clubs and behind liquor stores. They're doing it in the back of cars. And you're not one of them? Why? Because their nature is telling the women, no, not him. And you're trying to blame it on, quote, looks, when in reality it is your lack of character and self-esteem. The fact that you are comfortable being defeated, that's the reason that the females are not choosing you. You're not even pretending that you're not defeated. You're walking in the door. Yep, I'm beat. Where's women's? And that's the reason it's not working for you. Fix that issue. Address that problem. And then you're going to find out everything else is going to change radically for you. But the problem is with you. It's not with your looks. It's not with females' desire for males. It's got nothing to do with that. It's the fact that you are mentally and emotionally defeated. And that is supreme. You completely lack confidence. That's what I really want to tell you. You don't have any confidence. You see, when you're driving a nice car, well, that certainly helps give you confidence. When you're wearing a nice suit, that certainly helps give you confidence. But understand something. Confidence needs a starter. It needs a primer. You totally lack confidence. And there is nothing more unsexy and more unappealing to a female than a male with a complete lack of confidence. And everything you said gushes out of you. I have no confidence. So no wonder.
I agree.
No wonder. So understand what the real problem is. It's not how you look on the outside. It's what's not on the inside. Fix that confidence issue, and everything else, your income, your social standing, oh yeah, and the response you get from females, all of that is going to alter along with it. I want to give you all something to think about. Hollywood actor Mickey Rourke. Take a look at him from back in the 80s and take a look at him now. His face